Last thing I want to talk about, and then I promise I'm done for this week. Like I said, I will have a review for Sorry Baby later this week. But I wanted to, this is already going on over a half hour, so I wanted to keep this episode just slightly reined in. But I did want to talk about this. I Know What You Did Last Summer, the 2025 reboot, remake, rehash. This is rated R. It's an hour and 51. Jesus Christ, it's an hour and 51 minutes. Oh my god. Columbia Picture. This is this is produced by Columbia Pictures, and original film. The I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot is being produced by a company called Original Film. This is a horror thriller slasher. This is directed by Jennifer Kaitlyn Robinson and stars Madelyn, Cline, Chase Sue Wonders, and Jonah Hauer-King. I want to put this out there first. If I've seen the original I Know What You Did Last Summer, I've only seen it once because I needed to know the jokes for Scary Movie 1. That's my relationship to the first film. Every July 4th, a group of college friends reunite to celebrate a long-standing tradition of watching the fireworks from the cliffside. When one of the friends steps out into the road, an oncoming vehicle swerves to move out of the way and collides with the guardrail, sending the driver to their suspected death. The group of friends panic and decide to cover up the accident, swearing each other to secrecy. A year later, someone knows. One by one, each of the friends are murdered by a cloaked figure with a metal hook hand. I Know What You Did Last Summer 2025 follows the exact same formula as Halloween 2018, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022, The Exorcist Believer 2023. They introduce us to a new cast of characters as thin and predictable as ever, repurposes the original concept in a modern setting, and brings back legacy characters from the original series. In this case, it would be Jennifer Love Hewitt reprising her role as Julie James, and two other characters that I won't spoil for you. I Know What You Did Last Summer back in 1997 was never highly rated or adored feature, even at the time of its release. Despite an abysmal score, it has climbed in popularity enough over the years to grant us this reboot. Part of me actually wonders if its popularity has only increased because of how Scary Movie 2000 parodied it, and how Scary Movie has outlived its expected shelf life. Now, the original is by no means a good movie. On concept alone, it has stood the test of time. It has become the blueprint for many slasher films over the years, like Urban Legend to even Thanksgiving 2 years ago. The newest iteration does little to quell the problems of the original. If anything, it exacerbates them at the hopes of getting a laugh out of it. The newest iteration does little to quell the problems of the original. If anything, it exacerbates them at hopes of getting a laugh out of it. At points, that works. I Know What You Did Last Summer 2025 is undeniably entertaining, even at the risk of some serious brain drain. None of the characters make decisions that any real person would make. They jump to conclusions that seem many beats off or just completely illogical. And yet, it is fun to send these lambs to the slaughter, no? Take Tyler, played by model and musician Gabriette. Tyler is a character that is completely contrived for plot convenience. She is a true crime podcaster visiting the town of Southport to recap the events of the first I Know What You Did Last Summer from 1997. She hitches a ride into town with our main protagonist, Ava, Chase Sue Wonders, after hooking up with her at the airport. By the way, what I love about this plot is how directly after Tyler is no longer needed for the plot, Ava goes back to being straight. Tyler's sole purpose basically is to lead Ava and friends to Julie James. Beyond that, she is no longer needed. Time for slicing. The thing is, Gabriette plays her as such a loathsome caricature of a person that by the time the danger comes knocking, I couldn't help but find myself donning this very toothy grin and silently salivating at the endless possible deaths she could endure at the hands of our killer. She has this one great line.
This place is so beautiful, it makes me want to die.
Sneering in a way that you can't help but snicker at, knowing her impending fate. Is this movie good at all? No, not really. It is eye-roll central. It contains the world's stockpile of, oh, come on moments. But it's fun. If you're looking to turn your brain off and watch some really annoying people just get wrecked, You're going to enjoy this. I think fans of the original will be satisfied. 2.5 out of 5. All right, so I mean, this was my episode of The Works today. This is the full episode. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the YouTube channel or subscribe to us on Patreon for exclusive write-ups that don't always make it to YouTube. And stay tuned. And I will see you at the next movie. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and call your congressman. Until then, I'll see you next time.